So I guess we're good to start. Today we're going to build a Python web server that communicates with a REST API. And this REST API is running on an OpenVMS box, and it's actually reading its data from an RMS file. So we will be using our computers to build a web page which will read data from an RMS file. Before we start, we need Python installed on your laptop. Who's going to be coding? Okay. All right. And your pip is working? Okay, okay. 3. And then the current version of 3. 3.14, Pi. Yeah, Python. We finally reached that version. Well, we set up the computer, so I'll just go about I'll talk a little bit about what's a REST API. So the HTTP protocol that our browsers use to open web pages can do much more than just download HTML or download images and other assets. It's a really robust protocol that communicates with the client using status codes and response text. And a protocol that's built on top of HTTP is called REST. It's a structured protocol where we can talk to an API and get resources, modify resources, or delete it. And when we say resources, it can be raw in your database, or it can be a file, or it can be anything else. So it doesn't really care about it. That part is abstracted. And as long as the resource can be represented in just in JSON format, it doesn't really care where it's coming from. Yeah. Okay, let's try that.
Just why? You got Python running? Good. He's got Python. That's it. What was the Wi-Fi?
Well, I can't install it.
This is the wrong laptop. Should be right first.
It's hardware side 1 is the password, lowercase, all lowercase. I don't know, you may have to use something. Oh, it does.
Should say like conference or something.
That means it's
Not did not cases.
case. Just like me, so every password, it's sensitive password, so. Uppercase or lowercase.
Doesn't matter.
In either case.
It's one of those stubborn. I am not stubborn.
You know how to spell pip?
So.
Yeah, it's a little beyond.
I don't. It's.
I was at 10. It looked like 10. Also, so the DP11.
We were all ready to go.
We were all ready to go.
Yeah, but I'm not doing any of that. I'm just gonna get this done. I don't want to mess up my Wi-Fi.
I kind of was on doing that.
I never saw software on the drive. It's smart, but especially when I have to do presentations. It's a rule of under 30 years. Not sure going to be one time you change. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where.
But the VMS can't get to.
Oh, there.
You do it in x86 public.
Oh, is that still up?
Yeah.
Very awesome. And I don't need to sign in to Global Protect either.
No, that's if you're online now.
So you gotta find a Python package for whatever Windows. Pip is the package manager for Python.
There's some libraries that we were going to use.
It's something, it's a public address. It's still unfortunate.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh, you want to go to port 22, the cert?
Oh,
No, you gotta
I
go.
don't know, read console. Time to other group chat on laptop. So,
Maybe.
If you're staying at this hotel, yeah.
I'll find, yeah, well, I'm gonna, I'm.
Yeah, that's plenty of time.
I have to go converse.
Yeah, no, it's hours, like, oh,
Let's take as much time and do anything.
Okay, well, that's. So,
Dušan should have brought the IKEA.
Yeah.
There you go, that's probably it. Python 314.
Yeah, for that box, not API. Is that right, Jen?
What's that?
That user for this box. It's not
Yeah,
API.
yeah, user will
Sir.
There you go. It is, you probably, is 314 the multi-threaded Python?
Yeah. That's where they did away with the GL. No.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Zero way. The big break. Dušan can tell you.
Mm. And they kept the 2 version in parallel with the 3 because there are so many breaking changes.
Yeah.
So we had to port those.
Change it. Okay.
22.
You don't have the cert. You gotta give it.
Oh my God, I have password.
Right. It's installed. Good job. Yeah, I'll use free Windows. Yeah, right. I remember that. Your wife's, my wife has made the right decision.
I'm sorry, what
do you want here?
Yes, it's right.
Where's the P?
Right here.
So you're the director of ES? Yep. That's the stage. I think you got it in totally weird order.
Okay.
It's SSH minus I, capital T, and then, representative user. Yeah. And then enter and.
Yeah, I don't have to say it for it. Because it's different.
Yeah, it's full. So it's, so you know.
No, my connection for my little towers.
But he's, I think, got it installed.
All right.
Yeah.
And you go.
Yeah, I get on Teams meetings and use a 14-inch laptop, but you can't even see the screen.
Through my line tool, you're running with that open a man window. So maybe you can go to the shell or and try it's that Python. Instead, that's the first and then it's like the 3, but what? It's like, oh, okay. It's so unexpected. Wow. All right.
That's something happened.
Yeah. That's a screenshot.
Oh, you can off those feet.
No, this is a screenshot one. So it's like putting the shop in its Windows Store. Yeah. Try Python
You
3.
getting it, Jeff?
It's so.
No, it should not be.
Same thing.
Paul.
Sure, you can get from Windows Store, I guess.
Shouldn't it be pick 3 instead of pick?
Then if that's the only installation you have, then yeah, it's
So you automatically connect to the VPN power of the laptop? If you weren't on Wi-Fi, you couldn't connect to the VPN. See if you can get to any of the boxes normally, it's going to be good. But, you know, yeah. I don't think the laptop's going to do shit about being connected. Well,
It's harbor side one, it's public, depending on which one. If you use the lobby Wi-Fi, you can get faster.
So you gonna catch up, John, or is it, you already got typed out and all that in there? Yeah.
This will be his first experience.
That's pretty easy language.
It's very easy. It's very C-ish.
The only thing easier is PHP where you can like guess a function would probably be right.
Yeah.
Okay, so while we're setting up, I just want to show what the API side is doing. So this is the IP address that we are going to make it a little bit bigger. So this is the IP address, this is the port, and this is the path that we're going to access.
And one thing. So our API runs 100% natively on OpenVMS, and you connect directly to OpenVMS port of the API that's running there. So there's no middleware server like Opportunity or Conex.
And since we will be doing some modifications to the records, I will hand out some numbers. So this profile 42 is the one that we're going to use now for testing. That RMS file is pre-populated, but for any modifications, you will get different number for profiles, so you don't write over each other's changes. And it helps if I start the server. So let me run it again. And if when we run the GET request, we will get status code 200, which means the request has succeeded. And we will get 2 records in JSON. JSON is the de facto standard for representing objects in transfer. JavaScript uses that a lot. JavaScript actually, JSON means JavaScript object notation. But other languages use it as well because it's so it's really flexible. This format is not really good for exporting the data because for each record you always get all the keys and all the values. So if you have 50 records, you will get the header, in fact, 50 times. So when doing bigger exports, we will normally do CSV or SQL. Let me see if that's working on this.
The API generates an actual complete SQL insert statement in place of the JSON record.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like in CSV format. And let me see if I can show the source code. So in CSV format, we will get the headers only once, and then it's just data rows. So, but for whenever we're getting one record or a couple of records, this is really flexible because then we get we can convert that to the object in one command, which we'll soon see how it works. The commands for HTTP protocol are get, and that means get. Post is always used to insert data. And this is the same HTTP verb that's used when you submit a form on a web application. It also uses post. And get and post are the one that you will get in normal browsers. But HTTP has other requests, other verbs as well. This one is called patch, where we would modify the data. So we will send our object is first name Alice and last name Appleseed. And then if we patch, or this example was for Bob actually, if we want to change Bob's first name and last name, we will do a patch request, and then in the body of request we will say this is the new first name, and then just send that request, and we will get back the updated record. Put also does updates, but it's somewhat different. Unlike patch, where we only send what's different, in case of put, we will send the entire new object. So if we want to, and put is much more useful for race to combat race condition, because if somebody had a record on screen and then updated it, we want to make sure that if somebody else modified it at the same time, the original, what we get in the end is what we actually want to have in the database. And we can also run some searches like this will get the entire database, which only contains 2 records, but we can also get individual records. And in this case, we'll be searching by user ID, but we can also search by anything else. And there are delete verbs, which are used to delete records, and we can delete.
And the key, the individual records use the RMS keys to search for records.
Let me show how it looks like in RMS. Okay. Oh, to minimize this one. These are our RMS files. Larger again. This is our RMS file. It only has 1 key, and it's quite simple with fixed rows. Our key for this RMS file is the user ID, and type profile 42. Profile 42 dot nothing. No, I don't have extension, so it thinks it's .lis. This is our RMS file. So this is the ID, this is the first name, last name, and it's exactly what we get here when we do get all. When we start the API. I need to do 2 terminals. And when you start sending API requests, we will use this window to show your requests, how they're coming into the API. So when I click send, the API is going to see my IP address and what did I get. Are you all set with the Python interpreter?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be our first step, actually.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Dušan, let's do that.
Okay.
And that's what he's getting ready.
Okay, so the first file we're going to write will be in the project root, and we will name it requirements.txt, and that's the requirements.txt, and it will have 2 lines, Flask and requests. This is a way where we will, Python's way of managing libraries is to have a TXT file that has only the names of the libraries that our application is going to be using. And then we will run pip, which is Python's package manager. And we'll not run this, we'll run something else, minus our, I'll tell you which command to run when we get to that. So do you have your requirements file ready?
You guys gotta open an editor in and file a text file called requirements.txt with just 2 lines, Flask and request.
Flask is the framework for web applications, and request is the library that sends HTTP requests to the API.
Yeah, PID, yeah.
You don't have a text editor in mind?
Oh, you're just gonna move. So PID is package manager.
That's fine.
I'm gonna just set it to the next step.
And then you have that directory, make sure it's there.
It's like the PID.
How do you,
Seems to work.
sorry, Go ahead, I can get it too. Yeah, Flask, right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell me. No, what is the, it's a fast Wi-Fi here?
Yeah.
No. I'm sure that's me. You'll have it.
Wi-Fi, I don't remember that since I need the passwords, harbor load one.
Okay.
Harborside.
You got another public?
Harborside is one.
Okay.
We should ask me up here.
I thought it's the name of the.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yes, you would.
And that's it.
Yeah, well, Marriott.
Close that window.
I'm like, yes, right now.
It's not Marriott, yes.
Not conference, okay. So then the password and Janine, what's it new with that was Harborside one.
I saw how. The other off.
The English like
We were here.
HARB.
I think this is RGZ.
SIDE.
You go.
Method off and see. Like,
Password is 3, right? OpenVMS 6.
X86 blocks, it's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so just, and you will use for the next step, you solve the fact. So just how to get to the folder where you are.
Which web, where's Python that you're working?
Right here on
On the x86 file? You know how to install pip on an x86?
the.
Should be in, Python.
Oh, x86.
You're more familiar.
Oh, try one. Try Python.
Yeah.
Very good. Space. Python minus m-bit. Just basic and m-bit. Should appear as I say. Oh, no, it is, it's really low.
Okay, so you got it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So now do your requirements.txt. Whatever directory you're in.
Me install it.
Text file.
It's text file, it's here, right, to create, so create.
I created it.
Okay, so you have it.
Yeah.
So you navigate to that directory.
I'm in it.
You're in it. Right, so try Python. Find m-bit. Install. Minus R. Requirements.txt.
Yeah, this is, I think, ready to go. And, log where you have to get close and acceptance. Huh?
Python wheels.
Yeah, they include reveal.
I installed it. I had to install both. I should install Python.
You can control the, not too bad. But we control the,
I didn't know if it was.
Are you getting
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just
After this, once the slides are published.
Yeah.
So command
But I figured, you know,
bit.
I could get the questions.
Yeah. The reason we're doing this, we sell an API from our apps.
Minus R.
But we figured it might,
Requirements.
disconnect between install it.
Go pay that directly because you need.
Exactly, that's right. You know, this that period is just gonna be helpful when I go to do it. So, yeah.
Install. Minus R and then.
Get it installed or? Hits.
Minus R requirements.
Dušan will put that in the on the screen.
Okay, it's a thought.
All right,
So,
so this is still pending. Oh, there you go, there's the command there. Install.
I get warnings for syntax because I just put it in a TXT file, but this shouldn't be in your requirements.txt. I just put it because it's easier to put it on the screen. But this is the command that you'll be running.
Yeah, I'm going to show it on the screen. If that command is not working,
Did you use Brew to install Python?
I use the one that comes with Mac. Python. Yeah. Try pip 3 instead of pip. Yeah. Oh, okay, good. So depending on your installation, you either have command pip, or it's called pip3 if your system has Python 2 or Python 3, so we have to specify which one we're using. Or if the alias is not installed, pip is just a module in Python, so we can use Python command, Python -m pip, which is the same like just typing pip if pip alias is installed, and then the rest is the same, install -r requirements.txt.
We want to add those 3 lines to the requirements file.
Please do.
Not study was gonna happen. Everybody's up.
On the packages. All right, so now we're going to do some more typing. This is the first file we're going to write. It's called the first actual code file that we're going to write. We'll name it app.py and put it in the root directory of your project. And these are the contents. Let me see if I can make it a little bit larger. Yeah, but just with a py extension. And for some reason, yeah, my editor says I edited this line, so do not write my name here. Just, yeah. App.py. On the left, you can see what's the current file that's open. So app.py.
Is that Flask dependent?
Yes. And Python is really pedantic about the indents, so do not forget to press tab here before return. And yeah. You do a screenshot and then just paste it. I will. But I just want to draw focus from typing.
You don't need requirements file or 2 lines, or do you say you wanted the other?
And my name. Oh, be sure to add my name to requirements file as well. I'm kidding. No, just those 2 lines. Let me put so requirements.txt. I don't want to move it from the screen, but it should just say Flask and requests. That's it. The first step is just a sanity check. We will start a script, which start a web server, which is going to listen to 127.0.0.1, which is an alias for localhost. So it's going to access your computer. It is going to listen to port 8080. And in this case, we're going to turn on the debug mode. If there's any typo or anything, the error messages will be much more helpful than if we didn't have the debug mode on. Who's done typing? We can run the next command. Oh, okay. All right. All good. Yeah.
We've got this 2 files.
That's right. And this is the humble beginnings of our web server.
And the second Flask is capital F and must be capital F.
It must be capital F.
Because you're just clearing the scan.
I would check this. Crazy ass language. No.
Python is very pedantic, so case sensitive and indentation sensitive. Make sure that because unlike C, which uses curly braces, or Pascal, what was Pascal? Right? Oh yeah, begin end. Yeah. It's been like 30 years since I'm doing Pascal. Yeah. Yeah.
That's indexing language. Unbelievable.
Yeah. So Python uses indents to mark blocks, and it has a lot of rules. Like for the line length, it's going to scream at you if your line is too long, and then a lot of like standards that are made to. I mean, it's for code clarity. I understand, but sometimes they just get in the way. And I think it would even allow you to. Older versions did allow you to use the braces as well. See if it's going to scream at us. Oh, 3 doesn't like it. Yeah. The older versions would let it because developers would just use that by force of habit. And now it's just great. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Download the API. PyCharm was it called?
PyCharm, yeah, by JetBrains. JetBrains is a company that makes all IDEs for all languages. So they have C# for what's it called? C#? No, ReSharper. And each of the IDs has a weird name, but you can go to their website and see what they have. They started with Java, and then Google's Android Studio is built on JetBrains' IDEA, which is an IDE for Java. They do Kotlin, PHP, they have WebStorm. Even you can even write Apple Mac apps in that. I forgot what was the name of that one. Let's see. But it's a really good IDE. It works really well. But they started doing AI recently, which I don't really like. I like to write my own code, but it's not getting in the way, and it's easy to disable. All right, and yeah, for PHP and I think for C, they are paid IDs, but PyCharm has a community edition, which is free. You can use it. And it integrates really good with some build processes, so you can run automated tests. You can watch your file, so whenever you change a file, it will rerun tests if you have any tests. and then warn. If there is an error in the test, it will take you right to the source line where to the line which caused the error in the test. All right. So our first command, let's go back to the so this is our server. Yes, that's the API server that we're going to access, but the address that our app is running on. Let me just bring the terminal window. So this is the command that you will run. Let me just make it a little bit bigger. So depending on your installation, you would either type Python app.py, and my Mac didn't like it. So we can type Python 3 app.py. One of those two is going to work. It's just sitting there, but it says it's running on the IP address line. It says it's running on 127.0.0.1 copy.
Oh,
that's this. And they should use browser, and you'll see the web page that it's serving.
Oh, there's no live console editor notes.
There was one in DOS. Edit.
I'm just a DOS editor.
Yeah.
So let's see.
And then you got yeah, I can see you got to wait. You got two indents instead of one. So I'll let Dušan look at it. He can spot it quicker than I can.
What was the error?
I mean, too many big indents.
But you can do a tab.
You can do
right?
4 spaces for one.
Can you do it? You do a tab. You can say.
Or four space.
But the beginning, the beginning should not be there. So from last before last, that should be at position 0. Then
So Python uses indents instead of line.
Where
it's block elements. Yeah.
everything else can use more space. No module main class.
Did you do a quick input Flask?
Pick three.
Pick three again. I think you just said the Flask is right.
Yes. So this is just time to check your web server is running.
Successful.
All right. Good. Yeah. Because we have the debug mode on, then we can use that for our.
So when we type Python, it should look at the requirements on download and download Flask.
If you did the pip install command, did you do that one or pip3 install? And if we're doing remote debugging, that's where we use the debugger pin, so only we can access the state of the app.
Dušan, can you put the app PY source back up?
Yeah, sure. Hang on a second.
Oh, yeah, we got close front. That was the error. So, yeah. So see how they're lined up
X.
on the screen?
Yeah.
So you gotta have all those. This basically got two
Places where you need four spaces.
But that wasn't absolute.
Everything else should be justified.
Yeah. So let's justify it.
Except for return and app dot.
It didn't press.
They should have 4 spaces.
We're getting rid of all the, get rid of all the. Just get rid of all of it.
Sure, one more thing.
And then we go back and it's index two.
So we are
Force figure our math.
No, yeah, I'm not touching my laptop.
Go back to the one that starts with this term.
Which higher you rating?
I'm sorry,
Which higher you rating?
I can't hear.
Which higher you rating rendered? Hydrogen?
Oh, it's a 14, Android 14. It's the latest and greatest one. I mean, this is
have it contained.
the Samsung 10 Ultra. Is the latest tablet.
Yeah, what
14.
version of?
I can't.
One up, it's, yes.
I'm sorry, I'm already.
So this,
You're reflecting what shooting.
Yeah,
Which version of higher?
That's a word.
fine. Oh, it's, I'm running Turn UX. And Turn UX. I just go ahead and install free and all
I
that.
just moving things around, want to have everything in one
So Turn
direction.
UX is great.
Virtual environment, yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, that, I couldn't get
Good.
multiple conversations. I'm sorry. Yeah,
It's the price about that smartphone, so it'll be, I didn't, that's a training mix, that's a Android application.
Yeah.
You get it? No, I'm getting there. And it's a little bit. And this is. Oh, it's. I've got a path sign.
Yeah, and that's correct.
I put it, oh, I said, I put it on link 92.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, that's a little more complicated, wasn't it?
So the virtual environment.
Well,
Let's see if your server is running. Good. Can you try opening this URL in your browser?
That's such
Okay.
So just 127, blah, blah, blah.
I installed Flask independently. What's the other one that I need to install?
You need to.
My program runs, but it doesn't get to
Yeah, you need.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember what it is. But it's not getting the honor. It just runs. It says debugger command and all that.
I am running.
That's all right. Wow, let's see.
Thank you.
Good.
Did you get through? What was the other?
I got my reference for this, but I did a lot more, you have to do a lot more stuff.
You want to install requests?
Request is
Required.
What am I missing? It's here for a while.
Nothing.
But it's
running.
Yeah.
And it
I
says.
think it's different, yeah, I don't know. The tracks over that is browser.
Yeah, so it should say Flask is running in the browser.
Yeah.
It has. We don't, okay, thank you.
I see that, and the lines you see here on your console are requests that your web server is receiving. So you've got the request.
You got debug on, is it? That's why it's good.
No, it does that anytime. We need to
Also, now on the browser, I go to that.
Yes.
Okay.
After you start Flash.
Yeah, everything is done. Okay.
So did you get a display on your browser?
I'm going there now. 127.041.
Yeah, 80, I think, whatever you guys put in that have.
Oh, you know, I've got this,
Yeah, there it is. Running on eight. Okay.
Firewall. So, no, your local host.
Yeah. Oh, this one has to be. This is, yes. In the.
Flask is running.
Oh, it's giving you an error because there's.
In this.
Go back.
All right.
Server.
Can you try running it again, please?
Yeah, it's running.
Running. I got it running on Android.
Oh, awesome. And.
I do turn out the running. You can't get to its last, but it's running.
Oh, but yeah, you need to go to the IP address the VMS box that you are running your Flask on.
Oh, that's right, he's running Flask on the
Oh, yeah,
VMS.
it's not so this function, yeah, or Nico or John.
Yeah, you gotta go to so.
Can you try opening this, just copy and paste it
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
browser?
please,
And let's see if your Flask.
IP address, insert a file of the IP address of the box you're running Python. Which in your case is Exodus and OpenVMS.
So I do this.
Well, no, first you have to change it.
I can do it, I got time, you can do your thing here, but.
Oh, then you have that installed, it's not.
Oh, that's what I said. Flask is running.
Trust and open, you have to trust it.
Yeah, you're gonna this.
And here it is.
There was no way to do
And just like you showed me, I feel like I'm.
It's fine.
That's gonna run on these people, right?
So. It's if you want to share with other people, so it's applications, especially if you want to.
See the little play button?
It's the thing that says I need a
There you go.
Now, we shall.
Good
I
job.
didn't bring my glasses there, I actually do that.
This job doesn't flow.
Just want to be, mom, customers.
That's best. So, like on a phone, you can do this with the touchpad.
Yep, that's exactly, good job. Yeah, sure, no Python.
In general.
Nice.
Yeah. I think you have to be able to see things there.
22-year-old five code.
Oh, I should still get an AT, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I changed it to that.
Well, I gotta say, this is the most fun session.
That was good deal.
It is funny.
It's just saying, that's right.
So next.
Yeah.
Here.
60 and
Oh,
Challenge
they give that.
but I've got this running back down.
Sure. I think you guys are probably going to stop because they suddenly have 5 web servers in one room. So
Power everything 70 buttons.
I've been, I do, pattern recognition to keep my mind going, I use a Minesweeper. Every time somebody saw this picture, that 25.
Oh,
It's a full major step. It's like, well,
But if you, that's a number of times.
you know, from get a date to another 7 years, now 6, everything's consolidated.
So I've been writing over 5 picture.
So they went from having like 50 racks, has like 5.
Yes, 6 from the time.
Because everything's right.
Otherwise, it's weird, but
You got 1 or 2
all the
bucks.
time. But everything else I
So
do.
they're just consolidating down. I
believe
so should you
still believe that's my go to and introduce me.
yeah, but double buttons requirements.
And he had a pile of all the accessories and
Sometimes we recognize.
populate
whatever you back. Right. But yeah. It's
Like if I was to list my, yeah.
well, it is, but they just consolidate. So it's like hard for you have life modules, 10 servers, 10 boxes. And you have a lot of people boxes, you've got 1 top just in a
And I'm
box.
sorry, my name, is that something special?
Yeah, it's always the basic,
Still my hours, just saying, I take millions of gallons of water, everything.
CMS, I use the,
Web service time to figure out the types where those support.
and it's actually.
Creates these functions for the sessions.
I think we have to figure out how schedule technically in the best.
Applying things that one.
Yeah.
The- All right, so this is, well, and it says, when your web server receives a GET request slash for the root, you run this function, and function just returns text slash is run.
Got it. So that's why you wanted this together.
Yeah.
Even though it works.
Yes,
It's,
Yeah, but you want them together so they when you start editing code, they will.
switch that tape.
And,
It's just a
you
kind
don't think the browser?
No, you don't have to
Slash
exercise.
is running, and then you can change, so it's, so every function returns becomes a body on the web page. And this is cool. Sorry, for web server today.
Okay, so now we're all there. What do we do now?
One quick thing
That's it.
for Jeff, 8080, he's on the internal x86, which is fine, because he's a functional lot, so it does come.
Yeah,
When you do it there.
yeah, man.
What do you do?
He's not on.
Oh, yeah.
The rest's fine, but you gotta be able to get to it from your
Yeah.
browser. That's all.
Let's start typing the next step, and then we're going to debug this.
it says expecting 2 blank lines after.
Oh, it's kind of screaming at you all the time because it doesn't like the way you format your code.
And there, I'm not saying that IDE, I'm fully happy.
Line 11 is like an infinite.
Also,
Sits there waiting.
yeah, and it's supposed to do that because that's what web servers do. They just sit around for the next request. So the changes that we are going to do. The first package that we installed was Flask. So this is how the diff view looks in PHP in PyCharm. On the left is the current state of your code, and on the right is what we are going to add. So you see the on the first line, after importing Flask, we're going to import the other library that's called request. It's actually going to communicate to our API. Then after that, we will define. I mentioned that since we will be doing modifications to the RMS file, if we were all working on the same RMS file, we would just be overwriting each other's changes. So at some point, I will hand you numbers that you will use here. But for now, we will use profile 42. That's a pre-populated RMS file. But we'll use it as a variable, as a constant or variable in this state. In this case, so it's going to be easier later when we go to destructive actions. We'll just change this, and you'll each have your own file. This is the API base. So this is where the API is running on. We have the IP address, we have the port, and we have the base URL. Our index command is also going to be changed, but first do the top part, and then I'm gonna. Oh, I don't have to scroll. I'll just move this guy here. Can I move it? Minimize it? Yeah. And type it now, and while you type that, I will try to debug Jeff's. And then we'll explain each line does. Before we start typing, we had one function that was responding to the / to the root of our web server, and it was just returning that Flask running. And now it's going to stay at the same URL, but it will be doing something smarter.
Yeah, we know this is, right, but it's, the host is very unique and choosing. What do you need?
That's this.
Yeah.
And you make it virtual outside. So are we able to open this URL?
No.
Yeah.
This one.
Here,
On
so
this side, you
then the next step is your application.
the right side on the shading boost, you made that file.
So let's say
See if I'm good thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm running here.
And the very next step is that your application needs to access.
So I think
That's
that,
68, not 58, so I will just message you one for that service and get back that.
Okay.
Are you only doing?
I think that this,
Yeah, I think that's your firewall that it detected. Really?
I didn't do that, I didn't change anything.
it just started working.
Yeah. But well, the next step is gonna be a
You
problem.
know what it was, there was a delay, in getting,
But a huge delay.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, but your Dušan's right, you're not gonna be able to get out of the next step.
Yeah, yeah. It's just. We should proceed and you.
Yes, sir. I go to the,
Thanks for that, sir. Is. So. It's good. I have to there, so it's I'll create an account for you. Back there.
Oops, sorry about that.
Is that, I can't see the color of your URL. Is that timeout equal 10?
Yes, yes. Timeout equals 10.
Looking along, John?
Me? Oh, yeah. You think you could have emailed this, just a little bit. Just tiny.
Yeah, we wouldn't do this, but.
You wanted comments.
Bootcamp 1.5. Okay, so this is a box server.
Okay.
And I'll just see if that's 5 minutes installed now, and I'll put the files in your home directory. I'll just stop them there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
We think we've lost something on it.
Yes, yeah, we did. I'll just
Oh, the barrier. Where are you?
Now that would be easy.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, whole thing.
Rather than this.
You know, I do get, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Let's put it here. So API. Oops. Let's remove this guy. All right.
That if name equals main, very bottom.
Mhm. I'll just scroll it now. It's the same, it's unchanged. Yeah, yeah. For now, it's going to be profile 42. Yes, for the first few steps, because that's the RMS file that's pre-populated. But then in fourth step, I will hand you some numbers to choose from, and you will each have your own RMS file. Yes, yes. Okay, I'll just move the copy the files for Jeff. You did your typing already. Okay.
Deadlines in this IDA, somebody's building. There was an import request just after the following class, line 2.
In line 2, yeah, it's still there. It wasn't changed. Imports, let me requests.
Oh, hang on, Jason. We want Jason. Got it.
Oh, JSONify, yeah.
We got JS on.
Mhm.
But,
Keyboard that.
yeah, I couldn't get it.
I got a knockoff. It doesn't like attachments,
Mm-hmm,
there's the magnet and all that.
yeah, sorry. Sorry to hear that.
So we need the JS one on the file, and everything works.
You scroll down a bit,
Yeah, sure.
please.
Chris.
Okay, yeah, I got a comment that's supposed to be verified. Here we go.
We get runs, your lamps. Or is that?
Sorry, no, Paul.
We get runs.
Yeah, sure. See if it breaks or catches on fire. Smoke test.
Started just read.
I'm sorry, Sean, what's your name there? That's just a comment, right? That's not needed.
Which one? Which line?
16.
Line 16. Yeah. It's with what ID just keeps adding, and there's nothing I can do about it. It likes my name. Yes. So now when you restart your app, you stop your app and start it again. It's going to load in new code, and it's going to talk to our API. Mm-hmm.
What's on here, it doesn't work for file on box.
Cats.
Cat. Yeah.
Catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh, so you can give me the new.
We have to move
to a different.
I'll just move it. I'll move it now. Yeah.
All I get is, don't make me like. I'm getting stuff in the server.
Okay, I just need to copy the files for Jeff Allen, and we can go through the code for this step. That's good. Yeah, yeah, that's what it should do. And then purge.
1 minute.
All right.
My browser, I get a message.
Yes, it will list all the requests. It will get the current state of your Python file. So if you change the, did you change the line to Flask plus API wiring, line 13?
Oh,
Yeah, mine says, that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. And
And do you get the, there's another URL that we're going to access now. The one that's /API-test. You can try. Yes, yes. So try that instead of the slash.
Plus that.
nobody uses, I didn't see API.
Use key, 10 times easier.
I
It's way better, way more efficient. Way better than VMware or anything else.
So, 127,
So all you do is
88/API test.
Install. run.
Yes.
And then
I'm
install
getting
KVM.
request exceptions, connection
Then if you
error.
want to have a GUI, install the desktop, and then you have Virt Manager, and that's the KVM management, and you're home free for that one.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, there has to be somewhere to host the virtual machine. And so Linux is the base, KVM.
Server is running, maybe fill it again.
It gives you access to the Linux kernel.
Oh, hang on, I remember that 3000.
Then you install OpenVMS.
So it's port 3000, right? No, I think I had it. I think I had it. Yeah, right.
Profile alias. I'll get to it in a second. I just need to finish this for Jeff, so if he can be.
Also.
Yeah. Good. That's it.
I had send my code on.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And then try the next URL, cd1.16/API-test,
But it'll work. It'll
Line 16,
line 16.
I see API test, yeah.
So you change your URL to 16. And then to that, in the browser.
I'm just getting old, so it's 168, 158.
No.
No.
Just-
The same, yeah, the same local IP.
Yes.
We define what will be returned when we accept the root.
Okay.
And then line 16, I'm not there.
You get this
URL.
put in /API test.
Right.
Oh, okay, now I'm getting this.
And that's this version here.
Oh,
So you can have multiple things that you want to.
Correct. URL, you can define it.
So we define the get request.
That's what you needed.
Yep.
That's
That's
So
your.
we define the get request, then we define what we want that API access to be.
Yeah.
And then it's going to sit there, depending on what the request is, choose the right.
Exactly, yeah.
It's, I don't know, this is an Alice Bell, Apple C, Alice Way. It's whatever he's giving, but I'm reading what it is.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Now with this, I could have a dev API run, API delete, API delete.
Yeah.
Kill this or that, as long as I just define it with that, that's all.
So get is
16.
line 16 is for your web server, and what it does is it uses request library
Yeah.
to send another get request
What do you?
to this URL. So
Yeah, it creates it from the URL, yeah, it fixes it on, got it.
and then this is what we got. So this is
Put that first stop there, okay, I like it. That's not bad.
yeah.
Okay, so that works. Actually, I was gonna do some coding this morning.
So we, yeah, you're good. You're good. You get the names? How do you get the name? I know they got wired. Me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
you need to go to a different URL.
Oh, yeah, you got the.
Oops, sorry.
Six to 168. 192.
No. 127,001.
So stick to that and then add Static API to it.
At the end of your 8080.
API hyphen test.
See, the first time it always got Flask plus wiring because it was just a slash. He was looking for nothing. It didn't mean with anything. Okay.
Not found. What? You probably got the URL. I get it. I got me here, so it's doing something. Did you copy that yet?
Would you have access on the browser? Yes, definitely.
I'm still setting up the server for you, so I need to. It didn't have Python installed. Let me.
No, Jeremy Rice. Oh my, that's for the tablet. That's what I run. Unix, Linux on everything. Now, everything else is shut down.
Because I don't know that at all.
Yeah.
This is not Linux.
Yeah.
This is Android.
Oh.
It's Linux.
Okay, now go
This is
to
Android. This is an Android tablet.
Yes, I know, yeah.
Okay. I'm running an emulator called TermUX. And that is Linux on Android. So I can do all the commands. That's why
So now
he's running a Mac. He's running a
use that
PC.
API test after that.
The weird thing is running an
Activate
Android.
that just for fun.
And it works the same way. And I could do the same if I turn, if I think I have TermUX. No, I could. I could do the exact same thing.
Bring Android phone?
Of course.
So what it's doing now, it's saying,
Not for long.
if it's received something, that's AP, that I or a T, I can't remember.
There you go.
Go for it.
Maybe T would have the
My daughter didn't have it.
You speak, I think, be like.
Something.
You get
John's good. Yep. John's good.
Galaxy.
Always, yes, the next 25 ultra.
Hey, Jeff Allen, are you good?
No, I'm waiting for, he's gonna set something up for me. I think it's quality.
Wait, this is the most session, this is more fun than our sessions.
Well, interactive.
This is actually pretty fun. I wouldn't want to, it's never bothered.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something. So I'm going to just TermUX.
I do like, if I had these, get this, I download this jet. You've got it, yep.
I kind of got it, it's not college because it's the PCs are the PC and all that. So,
I already personally.
I permission next week when they get home and go, hey, look at this.
TermUX command.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
The new one now.
All right, I'm just installing requirements for you as well.
I already saw that. Or did that change?
It's just installed, and you need to activate virtual arm for you as well.
In this room after 12 o'clock.
I wish they didn't go here till dinner.
Well, maybe you said a bit longer, but you need to, I think we're going to be here a little longer than 12.
No, I'll have to eat lunch in here. Why not?
I agree. This is good. Yeah, and then I'm going to run out and get my glasses and get a coffee. This is what time's the next session? This is a really good session.
Well, the next session, here's not till 1.
I'm going to go now.
That's going to go right through lunch.
I really enjoy myself. I must say, I'm enjoying this. I enjoy it, but I get my glasses. I'm going to squeeze it straight.
Yeah, what a surprise.
And get a coffee. Coffee,
I know that kicks fast itself. That's pretty very fast video that URL.
That's good that we have 25 people in here, we would have been screwed.
I here. It's just that 1.7, it knows about full back, but it doesn't. I'll give it here. Sure.
Oh.
Oh.
The browser file is internal, WJ box, right? The VPN.
And if access like normally.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's oh, let's use your phone.
Huh?
Your phone.
I'm installing it on my phone.
Yes, that's,
So
I want to prove
open,
I don't know why.
open this URL on your phone.
Well, that's good.
okay.
Yeah, that's true. The ways around everything.
Oh, wait, I got the VMS quiz.
So, before we move on to the next step, Jeff is going to see the web page as well soon. His company is really restrictive about the things he's able to see.
Yeah.
But can you see it from the phone? Nice.
Yeah, work that out. Sorry. Here.
Oh, did I get the profile number?
Yeah.
See it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Maybe it's listening on localhost and not on the correct. I do keep doing that. Here.
Did it work? I'm installing TurboUX Python like that. Everything was installed on the tablet, because I do stuff with. And I need to install PIP3, right? PKG. So it's not something I do every day.
About ready. Wow, next.
Okay, install Python 3.12.
Change this to 0000.
Change.
Mhm.
You do that? That's automatic.
Really?
That UI changes automatically.
Oh yeah, Flask does that. Yeah.
running the API does that too.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I didn't know it automatically did it. So I will, look for changes in NPY and then I'll restart. Or if a JSON file changes, I will restart.
Is the server running on your instance?
Yeah.
Can you stop it, please? I just want to try something. Okay. Requests. Okay. I'll stop it. Can you start it again, Jeff? And I'll try in your browser again.
Yes.
Good. Can you try the one on your laptop? Maybe it also works. Oh. Good. Okay, that works. It was for if you're running it from your own laptop, then we configure it to listen on 127.88.0.0.1, which means on localhost, and it will work if your browser is on the same computer where the server is at. But since the server that we were running it on is on the internet, I was supposed to configure it to listen on that IP address of that server, or on 0000, which means any IP address on any interface that's connected to this box is allowed. And with that change, it started working. Maybe it will also work on VMS box, but this is function. This works. For the editor on Linux, you can use editor called Nano. It's similar to edit on VMS.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Want to put in the full URL now, make sure you.
Yeah, that was the slash.
Yeah. So slash is the old URL that we have, and it just returns slash from Flask API wiring. It's sanity check to know that we have the current version of the file. And if we go to 8080/API test, we're going to execute this function here. So the function defines some stuff first, but then it sends a get request to our base URL, which is on the line 8, and gets a response. And then status is our response status code, and your endpoint that you see in your JSON is the endpoint that we send the request to. And sample is the first record of the response that we got from our API. And it looks, let me.
I can see your happiness from the guy behind you who connected.
Eyes the back.
And
how do you move Jason's code to the next line? So you've got that sample to our JSON, if R okay. Can you put the if on the next line? Do you indent it to continue or?
You do a backslash and then you continue with that.
On the same line or indent it?
I'll have to check.
So backslash means continue.
Yeah.
Continue, backslash on the line and then the if on the next line.
Yeah, let me write. So if it's too long and then we break it. Oh, or I think we don't need a. No, it does need.
Before the if, I put a backslash and then hit return and indent it.
Oh, okay.
Put a backslash just before the if.
Well, I mean, yeah. Let me just move the. Before we do that, so this is the response that we got. I'll get back to that, but just what we got. So this is the endpoint that we sent a request to, profile 42. Sample is one of the objects that we got for this URL. You can also grab this URL here and paste it in your browser if you don't have fat fingers like I do. And you will get the JSON response from the API. So your browser is able to parse JSON. It doesn't need HTML. Yeah. And we can also pretty print it, and it's going to show up somewhat prettier. So for Python 3, I just checked. It says that they're using explicit line breaks. Yes, yes. So this is accessing our API. So this is the same thing. This is the response that we were getting from the API. And then we're just grabbing one record for that to show it as a sample in our response here. So this is the sample. This is one object. So are we good to move on to the next step? All right.
Two, and then I should get, oh, it's got exactly that.
Yeah, yeah. And if you try another profile, because they're empty, like profile 1, we are just going to get an empty array. This is a notation of empty array because that RMS file is empty. And once we do post requests, we will be able to populate those files as well. All righty, let's move on to the step. RMS file is on our box in Arizona. Yeah, we have 64 RMS files, and I picked 42 for the read-only part. Yeah, yeah. And
These the exact order.
no, when we do JSONify, when JSON is encoded, the fields are sorted alphabetically by field key. All right, time to move to step 3.
I'll get the break one, just click it. When you do the talking, you can stop the execution there.
That's clever.
All right, so we don't need the API test anymore. We can delete that method completely, and then, but you can reuse those 2 lines. So actually, no, let's. Yeah, but you need those 2 lines. But I don't think I already showed it in the browser, so maybe we can skip this step. All right. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So just modify the method that we used to have the
You can leave the API test and add another one. Or
Yeah.
you can just copy.
Copy and paste that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoop. Yes. No, you're typing now. You can use an editor that's called Nano or Pico on Linux, and it's similar to.
No. Yeah.
So this thing is trying to put that MIME type in the parentheses file to the dumps. We've got the MIME type.
Yes, yes. So our browser will get the correct type.
So the indent should be inside the response. So dumps data indent equal to, okay, so the indents after the data.
Yeah, this method will just send a request to our API, and that, which is already JSON, and put it in the data variable. And then we're going to convert it back to JSON to show it on screen. But this is also a sanity check. And I mean, I think we can really skip this part because we're going to get to some more interesting things. But one thing that's important here is what's happening with the data. So R is the response that we got from the API. And then data is R parsed as JSON into an object. And then we're going to dump this into browser. We can also, actually not complicate, let's not complicate it. We can also print it to the console where the server is running at.
Okay, so with all that to us, now we just, this is all good, apart from it doesn't like assumptions, it has, but
Yeah.
chart wrong. It says unresolved reference received. Your storage applies
Off the left column.
import request
Flask
and response. Okay, so we go here as import.
JSON quite on because we're going to need it for and response with a capital R.
Don't provide it.
And then we should have the API with slash raw.
Slash raw, yeah.
Could you scroll a couple columns to the left so we can see the rest?
Yeah, sorry. I just remove this on the left. We don't need it.
You can't, yeah, it's actually more than I really just dizzy, it's not Jason. Because one, I have to chase.
Oh, they got line two is import JSON.
That's still CD audience, so. So I tried,
You need to buy a telephone.
yeah. So, what I do is I just, I got a bigger tablet and I just,
Yeah.
And that's it. You got your so your this data from the server.
Yeah.
Parse it just like that.
right,
Parse it to do that. You know, what I did debugger.
In a man.
yeah, abandon this is one.
There's many of them.
Take it on.
Yeah.
She's got to be the sound guy.
Great. See.
So long, wait.
If the bathrooms or you- no bathrooms.
I did see one.
I didn't see one.
Yeah, I was gonna wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one by the, especially you wanna go, but today around there, I think there's two of them that are really most minimum there.
No, I'm set.
Oh.
We need a ballroom. I just sent it to him.
We should have ordered a couple of food porta potties.
Yeah.
It's a disgusting.
Where's it?
Oh.
I push it up.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh, there you go. So now we stopped at this page,
Right here.
and you can see the variables here. All over.
So it's just a URL.
This is the URL, and this is the URL.
Let's say it is right now.
And then we are setting the R, which contains the response.
So we should be able to expand that out.
Yeah.
So expand.
And
Yeah, now another flows per in after that, you're good.
That's
two,
so there's a lot of stuff.
That's no one, that's right.
But what we need from
Yeah, so you got-
that is JSON.
It's embedded. We got this one.
When we run that, and populate this object.
Right.
look this up.
We import the JSON decoder.
Yeah, yeah. And
data.
So where is the JSON data? Where's the JSON data? Our response then. We should have JSON. Something called JSON. Yeah, we should have JSON.
Alphabetical list,
Yeah.
the method, not a property, maybe it's not listed here. But what we got here, so when we run JSON method response, we got this data, and we can expect that this is the data that we got from the API. Then we
Yeah,
use it
it's-
for everyone.
That's okay.
Way more helpful to IIP.
And we can, so now we stopped at this breakpoint, so nothing, not going to open here. I'm going to so play here.
Can I single step? How do I single step? Just go down. I'll step
One
in,
so step over.
step over.
And now we want to the library.
Okay, so I go up. I'm way down that line.
I had to come over here and see, you had this whole thing running in your hand. I'm gonna try it now.
Oh my God, that's
No.
that is.
I just switched recently. It's 2 months, so it's gonna play a
Can you use you build it like that?
I don't know. I mean, I was able to get turned by something like on and everything, so I think I should be okay.
And it stops you from having that development part.
Yeah, it's like, oh, in my or potentially turn that on. Yeah, see what you're looking at. Fine.
You tell me. I get a real weird here now on the web.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where it did get that far.
I just want that box is before. Well, I hate just otherwise. Well, when you want story responders.
Stories.
You just otherwise.
Just taking it on. Or you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Describe the requests.
Now let's. Oh, okay, so what do you do with this?
Friday.
Okay, I'll definitely go this way.
So I need to go to read the track.
Nice.
That's all true in this.
Nice.
And this.
Yeah, no, I saw it. Yeah, that's very good. That was,
I hope that.
yeah.
We're good till 1 in here, Dušan.
With.
We can like, whenever you think we gotta stop at a point in the next 10 minutes, we can go get lunch and come back in here.
Yeah.
I'm too excited about it. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm too excited. My son was all of flustered. What do we do now?
Okay, let me. Is everybody done typing? Can I remove this from the screen? Or okay, let me just kill my local copy of the server. So I'm gonna step through the apps to demo what we did so far. I just need to step. I got so many windows.
Also, yeah, I think. Still working on.
Uh-huh.
You're thinking of wrapping, which There you go. That's much. Yeah. I think you got that, dude. Next time we do this, it's USB drives with the source of.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm waiting for fun big day. We over in 10 minutes.
Locked down.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I haven't got big.
Well, send it to us in the email. That'd be better. Well, you can hold your camera up, take a picture of it.
Mhm.
And they'll translate it, that's the double person.
This way.
Yeah, no. Yeah, sure, they can go this. Send me an email. Yeah, most computer will do that.
Unless it's colorblind, you can't see the bed.
Yeah. Well, you're Dennis.
All right. So why do you want me to do something? It says app. On the hint here, it says what you want app : Flask equals Flask. So I do a little, okay, what do you want me to do? It says, I want to do that. Is that something?
Yeah, because of this is the object, this is going to be saying, here in the type is that, but you're doing type is that.
So this is the channel, this is the regular way, but okay, so that. So.
Yeah, I mean, Flask is the type that you have in Flask copies, but it's apparent, so it makes sense to your project effectively, but Python is pretty forgiving when it comes to the types.
So now we're gonna do some downloads. Yeah. Let's see where it was. Can you open your browser? Hello. So this, it's case sensitive. So open your browser to this URL. Yeah.
Blue screen, some white screen, something. I've got Bitdefender who's telling me it's a dangerous page. Dangerous. Dangerous.
Everyone doesn't like to show them.
Okay, then that's safety, take photos, 10 minutes.
Yeah, so this is going to be the reassembly of your application.
I understand the risk.
You can click file and then save as, and save the base template, so I'm not sure, I think you need to press Alt to get them in. Leave that for now in your project directory.
Oh, okay. Then you see, no?
Yes.
So when you click that URL, you will get an HTML template. Just download that file to your project directory. Click File and then Save As. Thank you. That's it? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So that file, you need that HTML file and save it to your project directory. So click File and then Save As for the page. Yeah.
You mean the XML?
HTML.
I'm getting this.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, but there's also demo and all.
Okay, do you know what you want? Save.
Save the file. Save as.
Save pages. I'm not sure it's just, I'm not sure it's what you want to happen.
So we'll call it template of HTML and put it in the Bootcamp directory for home directory for the rest of the code is.
Yeah, so you go to the directory. You're probably good already. Yeah. The Jeff Allen did.
He'll get the code on his box. I wanted to say that there's a lot of typing here, but nothing smart. It's just boilerplate code, and it's easier if you just save that file because nothing's happening there. Actually, I'm going to put the zip file on a repository so you can just get all the code. Yeah. Oh, step 1, step 2, step 3. So we'll go from one directory to another. And I'm going to load them on your box as well.
They won't get any different. Is there much to the last case? I think something. Yeah. It's a cost, so it's special, but we can speak. I should make that. Well, they have the glasses.
Yeah.
Hawkins, yeah.
And the camp.
Yeah. I need the years of glasses.
Come to those, the classes, the camera, they always record you on the last half hour. Really useful.
It would be.
We would see something.
I mean, you have to explain to me pictures.
Do this, yeah, you just you call it, it was recording. The last 30 minutes of
There's probably an app on your phone. It's going to take.
Yeah.
And the battery life is.
it'd be really useful if you're having a conversation with your wife about what it's like she said 5 minutes ago.
I did not say that. You did.
That's where the tape.
Your glasses will be broken in half.
Yeah, that's right, you won't find it in the next morning. No.
That can be good.
That's a crane.
Yeah.
Sounds like a jackhammer hitting. Feels like a jackhammer. Better class.
No, it's like, we can do try to get, I think, those, Jeff Allen's stuff, you know.
I just put the entire code in a zip file. So it's gonna save us a lot of typing, and we still get to showcase the workflow. So I had to use something unique, and I used my name and last name, so it took me a bit.
But you guys can go to this URL and download
All of the source codes. Yeah. And
Oh, nothing.
I'll do it for your box. But I can't do what the presentation is going, so I need to remove it because it doesn't let me use another screen here. Download that one. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Code.zip and through.
Yes. And you can unzip that. I promise it's not a virus. And just put it in the project directory where your requirements and app.py were.
I was looking forward to 2000.
And for Jeff Allen, where is it? Oh, this is running.
Bootcamp overlay with the other.
Yes, yes. Each step is a separate directory. Good.
Oh, I'm not at that point, I'm at the one step before you can actually see the.
Uh-huh.
And so the app.py is the same, that's not changed, right?
It's really so each step will be a different app.py. Yeah, yeah. And then you'll go into the step and then run that app.py. Easier than just we still get some of the history, some of the changes. I'll demo the code on the screen. We are at step 3. Mm-hmm. Okay. Jeff, can you check if your update, Jeff Allen, if the code is updated? Mm-hmm. That's when I zip things. macOS gone. And now there is a code subdirectory. And when you're, yes, yes. So, okay. So, those are all subdirectories. Correct, correct. But I don't know, because there will be changes in the other files as well. It's not just FPY from step 4. We are between step 3 and step 4. Let me just check. So raw and step 4 was, yeah, we just completed step 3. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're good for a break now, but that we have all code loaded, yeah, this is really good timing, and then the second half is going to be much faster. Profile 42, we will need to modify that in each of the next steps for your own profile. Oh, and you need to change the IP address to 0000 in the end when it's instantiated.
Like I said, I'm stuck.
Maybe I was resisting.
Hey, oh, your chef's house.
Yeah, yeah. So instead of 127.0.0.1, we need to change that to 0.0.0.0. And we will need to do that in every step because each step has each default that we want.
So are each of these, what are they called, methods or functions, I guess, right? All those are in one big file at the end too?
Yes, yes. For bigger applications, you would normally want to have them separate per controllers, and then each controller has its own methods. But for the sake of simplicity, we just did it like this. So let's see our step 4.
Yeah, they do that. If they oftentimes take a reservation, they'll want a credit card if you don't have enough.
Okay, that was step 4.
Hey, where are we?
So step 5.
That's fine.
Yes. Step 4 was just raw JSON. It would take the JSON data, what is showed in the debugger. It takes JSON data from the API and then populates an object. And then step 4 uses that object to build a table of the data that came in from the API. Step 4, yeah. Or was it step 5? Sorry, yeah. Now, I'm going to use the debugger feature. That's it. Just 88, nothing after that. Maybe you have another instance running already in the background.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, I have that.
Okay, so when we open this page, what happens is our API, our app creates an API request to our RMS API.
Okay,
We
did a fetch.
request.get fetch all, yeah, and then the response that we got from the API, we use the JSON method to just parse it into an object. Once we did that, we have in memory, we have a data variable, which is a list of dictionaries in Python's nomenclature with just an array of objects. And the 2 records that we got from the API are the records that we saw in raw JSON. When we return that to our template will use the data object and create a data table with dynamic data that were coming from the API. Yeah. So the template that we had looks like this. So it's typical HTML, but then data is passed to that, and then for each of the rows that we got from the RMS, we draw headers, we print a row, and that's it. It's just simple loop. There is another page here where we can create a record, and then if that first name is this guy,
Yeah.
we can populate the form, and when we save the data, this new record is added to our database. And then when we rerun the fetch, we will get 3 records, and the loop will now loop 3 times for 3 rows. And we already have, so the simplest web application is called a CRUD application, and it's short for create, remove, update, delete. I'm not sure what hard does, but yeah, replace, create, or anyway, it's an app that refresh, yeah. Uh-huh.
So this is the adding records, adding the new RMS record.
Yeah.
And the one thing Dušan had added to the API was auto index. It's RMS doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Auto index. Give it a new unique ID for the row.
So, one thing you can do now is go navigate to step 5, run your local copy, and you'll have a form. If you fill out the form, it will also. Yeah, so but just start it now from step 5, and you will see the form. And what John did, John filled out the form on his own laptop, and we have a new user here who lives in the White House, Texas. There. So on to the next step. Or let's
join this session.
I'm glad. We can also see what our API is doing. So see if, yeah, I can send a request. Oh, this is the RMS. So anything we do with our app will also be seen on the RMS API side. We will see requests incoming. This was a post request when I added another record. This is another post request where John added another record, and so on.
You could be using the same code.
Yeah. But if you were using another profile, it would be the same API. It just would write to another RMS file. And
In this case,
yeah. But it's the same API. If I look at our RMS file, it's still quite simple, but it does, in addition to Alice and Bob, it has the 2 records that we just added using our web application. Let's restart the API and stop this one. So step
it's Python
ID, yeah, it helps you a lot. Sometimes it screams at you just because it doesn't like the indentation, but yeah. Yeah. So now we added some actions. We want to, I see the error in zip code here. This is step 6. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So this is the edit.
Yes. So when we're doing editing, what our code has to do is read the record by ID, fetch the record that has ID number 3, and then populate local an in-memory object with those data. Use that data to pre-populate this form, and now I can change my zip code to 99999. Update, and this is my new zip code. So we just updated RMS file using an API call. Looking back at. Once before you press submit, take a look at the screen.
Yeah.
See. Yeah. Okay. So this is the last thing we saw here. And then as you click submit, you're going to get a new API call. There it is, patch. And the user ID 4 was just updated with a patch. And then the next page, which showed records, got another list of the records. So we have your record will also be updated. And your zip code, I still have the old one, and I refresh it, and White House, 78733. Yeah. All right, moving on to the next step. Let's this guy. So that was step 6. Step 7.
I would have been here to the end of the time chart.
No, at some point I would send the entire code, but I just wanted for the first few methods to see how we communicate to the API. But I already had to prepare the templates and a lot of other things for downloads. So step 7, now we can delete people, and I want to delete myself from this list. We always need to warn the user before doing destructive actions. Do you want to delete this record? I say okay. Looking at the API log, we got a delete request with this ID. And refreshing this page, my user account is gone. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. All right. Moving on to the last step. Mm-mm. Okay, now let's refresh. Yes. Yeah.
Too long to try. Very cool. Okay.
Yep.
Pretty good.
And refresh, and it's gone. And the last feature that we have is the search. Our RMS file has only one key, and it can be searched by user ID. So if we wanted to check out John's profile, we'll click search. We'll search by user ID. That's ID 4. Click search, and this is your profile page. So it's the same data that we had in the big data table. It's just this page is dedicated only to John's data. And from here, we can go to this RMS file in particular is indexed only by ID, but we could add another index, so another key, and then we could search by that as well. Yeah, it can do that as well. And then over here, we can edit or we can cancel, we can go back. And I don't like users with user ID 1, so I'm just gonna search for user ID 1. This makes more sense when you got hundreds and thousands of records. Alice at example.com, delete. You want to delete her? Yes. And that's it. Four. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah.
Well, and then
You're welcome.
you want to show the slides, they get our contact info,
Mm-hmm,
info at sgco.com, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what email.
Blanket, you miss it. And you can scan the QR code to get Jeff's business card. Yeah.
Yeah, I would make sure we got some kind of buyer second.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. Yeah, you're very welcome. Sorry, and, good connecting between the two. Yeah, it would have been nicer if we had, not only could have gone step by step, but this was a good way to shorten.
Just, yeah. And
We did the first few tunes, and then we just.
the first few were just setting up your dev environment, and so you can see what comes from the API, so you can understand what's the object that's in memory. And IDEs like PyCharm and similar, they help you a lot because you have a real debugger where you can halt the execution of the program, see what's in memory. You can even change data in memory, and it really helps you follow what's going on. So are there any questions on how this works or about the principles of REST or what's happening on our RMS side? Concurrency, anything? Or you're good? All right. Thanks for your time.